Welcome everyone, this is Chlor Alpha. Today I have the round 5 from IDC 29. I'm up against Darksigner at the top of your screen playing Water Fire Nature Aggro, and I'm at the bottom of your screen playing Water Darkness Aggro. Darksigner leads with a turn 2 Gonta and a turn 3 Bronze and Tribe, while I lead with a turn 2 Spinning Terror. Breaks the first shield, and now I can summon Aqua Guard, evolve it into Crystal Spin Slicer and kill the Gonta, which allows me to also go in for a shield with a Spinning Terror. Next turn, Darksigner could probably summon 2 creatures if he has a Bronze Arm Tribe and a 3-drop, which he does with Bronze Arm Tribe into Aqua Hulkus, and decides to break a shield with Bronze Arm Tribe, which is interesting as I can just kill it now. And I use a Spiral Gate on Aqua Hulkus, killing the Bronze Arm Tribe with Spinning Terror and taking another shield. So now he's gonna be at 7 mana, he could summon a bunch of creatures or use Searing Wave. And he summons 3 creatures, Bronze Arm Tribe, Hulkus and Gonta. I use a Lucky Ball over here, and I am actually considering going in with 1 Spinning Terror. And I leave him on 2 shields. Now if he has any kind of removal for the Spin Slicer, he could threaten lethal this turn. That is also the reason why I didn't go in with a second Spinning Terror, to not give him some sort of removal for Spin Slicer. He's playing Lucky Ball, trying to fish for a Soul Swap perhaps. But instead he summons 2 more creatures, so that means he didn't have anything for the Spin Slicer. And now this turn I can go for game with 4 creatures. And yeah, I take game 1, and now we go into game 2. I lead with a turn 1 Aqua Guard, which I can evolve next turn into Crystal Spin Slicer. And for some reason I go for Spinning Terror, and I think I know why, because I want him to attack with Gonta so I can kill it with Crystal Spin Slicer. But honestly I would much rather go in with Spin Slicer first, just to start applying some early pressure. And the fact that he's charging Searing Wave tells me that he might have another one. In which case I'm kind of forced here to go in with my creatures. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Unfortunately for me, he does get an Aqua Surfer out of shields. And now he can just go for Searing Wave and start breaking some shields himself. And yeah, that's exactly what he does. I don't use the Jewel Spider's effect against an aggro deck. That would be pretty stupid to do. I do get a Locomotive out of shield, which is pretty nice. I summon an Aqua Guard and Melia into Crystal Spin Slicer. I am thinking about killing the Gonta here, and I do. And I'm also thinking about potentially breaking a shield with Locomotive, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. And I don't break with Locomotive because of the backswing from Aqua Surfer and Quixotic. So instead I summon an Aqua Hulkus, hoping to draw into another Spin Slicer to threaten lethal. Instead I just draw into Spiral Gate. I do break into an Aqua Surfer, unfortunately for me. I was thinking that the Aqua Guard and the Spin Slicer would be enough to protect the Locomotive from any kind of backswing. But yeah, unfortunately that plan didn't work out. And now if he has any speed attacker, he can definitely threaten lethal. But, or an Aqua Surfer like that. And I get a Locomotive instead of a Spiral Gate. And that was pretty scary for Darksigner because it could have been a Spiral Gate. And that would have been GG because I could have threatened lethal next turn with an instant Spin Slicer. And yeah, now we're on to game 3 where I get to start. And I lead with a turn to Melia. Now I can go for Aqua Hulkus, and next turn I can go for another Melia and a Spiral Gate. He doesn't have the Bronze Tribe to ramp himself up, but he does get an Aqua Hulkus instead. He's thinking about attacking with Konta and he's going for a shield. Here I'm charging Locomotive just so I can have more creatures to summon. And I do break 2 shields with Melia and Aqua Hulkus. Next turn I can threaten lethal if he doesn't trade into a creature with Aqua Hulkus. I think the reason I charged Locomotive is because I have a lot of 2-drops in my deck and I'm very likely to draw into one next turn. And yeah, he does actually trade his Aqua Hulkus, and now I can go in with my Melia. But he does get an Aqua Surfer again. And he bounces nothing because he has Searing Wave. And I say in that case, and I pass the turn. Because he will burn his own shield with the Searing Wave, which was a Kamikaze Chainsaw Warrior. I snipe a Lucky Ball, which is not a really good snipe because I would rather snipe a Speed Attacker so he can't threaten lethal. And yeah, this last game is all coming down to a trigger. If I have one, he loses. If not, he wins. And any snipe will not matter because he has either double Pyrofighter or twin cannon. And he's going in. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And nothing, so he takes game 3, winning the round 5 from IDC 29. Until next time, see ya.